So, we've got the latest Nike by Converse. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these potential bad boys right here. This is the Converse All-Star BB Shift. This particular colorway has something to do with the NBA and its 75-year anniversary. It comes in the special edition box. It has the NBA logo with the 75 on there. All of these different colors. However, if you buy a different colorway, they've turned into a basic bitch basically. It's just like, these don't matter whatsoever. No special box, none of that stuff. And I actually think this is the better colorway anyways.
Was there a price difference if you got the special edition one?
To be perfectly honest, I don't remember. I was frustrated that I even had to buy a second pair because I was told by the retailer to go down a full size, which is not the case. They were way too small. Sizing advice right from the jump, go true to size. Because even then I went down half a size from the full size that was originally recommended based off of my last experience in a Converse shoe, which I don't even remember the shoe's name, but they were awful. They fit like boats. And even then, these feel almost like they're the same size as those. So yeah, I just wish that I went true to size in the first place. Recently I've been like not taking my own advice. You know what I mean? I always say if all else fails, go true to size and you should be fine. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just like being like, hey, I'm gonna be a little adventurous nowadays in my old age. Try something new. Black toenails seem fun. Anyways, this is the latest Converse basketball shoe, again, by Nike, because that's exactly how these things feel. Do I think that's a bad thing? It kind of depends on what your state of mind is as far as performance basketball or just footwear in general. Like if you like your Converses, but you want them to feel like a different brand shoe entirely, then you're probably gonna love these things. However, if you grew up knowing that Converse used to be the brand, and you know that Converse has its own rich history, you might see these and feel like Nike is kind of like diluting the brand or something. Like it's like really weird what's going on over there right now. It's not like we needed more Nike product on the shelf. There's already a ton of it. So it's just very strange what these are. If you remove all of the brand stuff though, you remove the Converse logo, you remove the knowledge that most of what's in here is a Nike product, then they feel like they're gonna be a great on-court shoe. So it just kind of depends on your state of mind. Do you care or do you just want the tech? So the outsole on these guys just looks fantastic. It's this radial pattern. You guys already know if I'm not rocking with herringbone, radial's the way to go. Like this stuff was introduced in like the 80s, Air Jordan 1, the Air Force 1. It's always worked great and it still works great today. It feels like it's gonna be awesome on top of that. Like both of these are solid rubber. I tried them out on the little stage over there, which is like the same type of floor that's in like a hardwood court. And it just feels really good. So I'm confident that this is gonna be good indoors. I'm not confident about outdoors, but I mean, that's kind of standard nowadays. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be bad. Like it does feel like nice rubber. It's just, I wouldn't spend too much money on a shoe that I'm just gonna take outside. To me, that's like an outlet thing. Oh, I play basketball primarily outside. Let me go to the Nike outlet or to whatever outlet, the Converse outlet, whatever, and see what last year's model are at 40% off. And that's what I would do. Now the foam on these guys, I have no information. I keep looking up the shoe. I don't even know if they've been officially unveiled here in the States. I don't see any press information or press releases, which is strange because I grabbed these from overseas. I grabbed them from 2 different retailers. We'll leave links in the description box though, just in case anybody's interested. And again, the midsole, I don't know what it is. It feels very firm. It doesn't feel like nice or anything like that. It's not what I'm used to as far as like a modern foam. Like this feels like 90s style foam, which is like not good. But in the forefoot area, there's actually Zoom Air, which they actually label right there. This I still can't get over. I think that Air Zoom call out next to a Converse, it's just wrong. Like it doesn't look right. It's like when we see the collabs with Adidas and Reebok and the 2 logos are together and we're like, what the, is somebody high? Adidas is Adidas, Reebok is Reebok, Converse is Converse, Nike's Nike.
But it's okay for Jordan brand to take stuff from Nike's kitchen?
Jordan has done that from the jump. The first shoe is the Nike Air Jordan 1.
Well, Converse is now a part of the family.
But they never were.
But now they are.
But they're not.
They married in somehow.
No, they got bought in.
They should be able to access the same stuff then.
No, now that they got Nike money, they should have access to R&D so that they can recreate React Juice, but better. You guys tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
How many Converse with React Juice have you owned? None.
Alrighty then.
However, the plus side is that the volume of zoom is quite large. It's the same unit that we see in the Nike GT runs, as well as the Nike Kyrie Infinity / Kyrie 8. So, as far as bang for your buck goes with the cushion source, the forefoot is spectacular. It's got the Zoom Air unit that I just love. I think that it's awesome. Would I buy this over the Kyrie Infinity or the Kyrie 8? No. Why do I want Nike stuff inside of a Converse? It's just weird. Now the upper on these guys is quite interesting. I like some of the stuff that they're doing. Basically where you can see the print, it looks like a weave. This particular colorway right here, it almost looks like a chevron pattern. Very tight knit, very reminiscent of the ballistic style mesh that you see in the upper of the Air Jordan 11 or the Cordura mesh, whatever it is that you would like to call it. And then the parts on this particular shoe where they're just solid black, those are very similar, if not the same material as what's on the Air Jordan 36. So I believe they called that the Leno weave, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember exactly, but it does look a little bit different because it's not see-through. So you cannot see through the shoe like you could in the Air Jordan 36, which means that this upper is going to be just a little bit sturdier than that one, a little bit less breathable as well, but should be still pretty good as far as ventilation, especially at the tongue area. The tongue area has a lot of ventilation. I almost thought this was Nike's Torch tongue, which I was like, oh man, that's going to be awesome, but it wasn't. It was just mesh. That I wouldn't mind if it was on this.
How convenient.
Hey, it's not like a specific like trademarked thing with Nike. In addition to all of that stuff, there's a couple of weird support features. The main one is this kind of like overlay. You can see it better in these two colorways. It's orange and yellow. And it's a TPU rubber piece. It's a sidewall. It's to keep you contained on the footbed. It does pinch a little bit. That could also be because they're too freaking small. So yeah, I could feel it on both of them. This one more so because this is the whole size down, which I don't know why the hell I listen to that. Every time, I'm sorry, but like unless it's a Chuck Taylor, that's the only shoe that you go down a whole size.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if they like took that logic and pasted it over.
Exactly. I think it was a copy and paste job, and I was like, bruh, and this is not the Converse Chuck. This is Converse basketball. It's a different thing, like different category, different design team, different lasts, all that stuff. These just, I could feel it right there, and it's not comfortable. However, I do like the lacing system. I think that it's interesting. The main system is pretty basic. It's the same exact crap that we've been seeing on damn near every brand. So it's that big, thick string that they stitch every so often, and they turn those into eyelets. But it's the extra section of lacing that I think is interesting. So we got these nylon cables that are actually stitched onto the exterior of the shoe. I wish it was on both sides, because I think that that would have been a more viable option, especially for a closer fit. But at least it's on one side, so if you wanted to lace one area this way and then move these laces over a little bit, you could probably get a more secure fit if needed. These are very narrow. They're shaped very weird. They remind me a little bit of the KD4s as far as like the overall shape is concerned. So if you like that kind of shoe shape, you might like this as well. The insole is quite cheap. It was very difficult to pull out, by the way. Like some of the insole is still in there. On this black pair, I couldn't take it out whatsoever, but that's the only way that I was able to know what was inside the shoe, because again, there was no tech information. So when I was able to pull that insole out, you could basically see where the crater is, or the space for that large volume zoom. If you run your hand across what they're using as the strobel, you can feel that as well. It's like a weird foamy material inside. So that's in there. There's also a torsional bar. It doesn't feel like there's anything in the heel as far as cushion is concerned. So again, that midsole is pretty firm, but the forefoot feels awesome. And again, just to reiterate, I would recommend going true to size, not a full size down, not a half a size down. Go true to size and you should be good to go. I don't know when these release in the States though. That's the only bummer. So if you were interested, you will have to buy them from overseas for right now. But I do feel like it could be Converse's best basketball shoe in their current era, like their current modern basketball era.
Oh, you think so?
Only because the last one was so bad, and then the one before that was okay. I think it was the one with the drop-in. Those have been the best so far that they've done, but they're essentially at Kobe. And so again, it's kind of like, where's your actual identity? So like if we're talking about actual brands, otherwise you might as well take the brand off. Like if you're just doing what Nike's doing,
yeah,
then why don't you just drop these with a swoosh on them? That's all I'm saying. This is very strange to me. But what do you think about these?
I just can't get over the fact that you were able to shove your foot into a shoe that was a whole size too small, because
that was the only thing that fit.
My brain, I'm like, yo, I can't.
I slid them on and instantly regretted it. And okay, and I was just kind of like, what the f? And I instantly knew that I was just like, man, I've f***ed up. So we're giving these away. Not this one, I'm gonna try
This
to
one.
play in those. Yeah, I'm gonna give away the 75th anniversary, whatever the hell they are. The colorful ones that look like crayons. So yeah, we're gonna give these guys away to one of our Discord members. We will post them in the announcement section. So if you are a Discord member, you already know how it works. If you're not, there's gonna be a link down below in the description box. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section. Also, I really do wanna know your opinion on the whole branding thing. Because again, with like, you bring up a valid point with, well, Jordan brand doesn't. And it's like, yes, but Jordan brand grew from a Nike brand and then took off.
No, I understand that. But
You know what I
even
mean?
then, they still are very like choosy about what goes to who.
I know, and that's just the agreement that that brand made though, being an offshoot of Nike. Because like they're still, like Nike's the parent company, right? And that's just the deal that they've had since 1985 where like, I mean, it was a Nike brand shoe and then Jordan overgrew or overshadowed Nike for a time. Kind of went their own way, even though they're still like, again, the parent company, but they're a separate company on top of that. This is a different situation. Converse has decades, I'm talking about decades of history. It's one of the very first shoe brands, like mainstream brands.
Them and New Balance.
Yes,
And Adidas and Puma.
but still, out of the OGs though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with all that being said, thank you so much again for watching. Thanks for all the support, and until next time, guys, have a good one.